Hello friends, this is Rupesh and you're watching CVP Nerd video series on C++ tutorials, and in this video we'll be learning about data members of classes in C++. And why I'm taking this video, because it is really very important topic, because when I was learning C++ I was not clear what data members are and what are all those types of the data member and why we use that. Okay, so let's start this one. So the answer to this question is data members of classes are nothing but they are just the attribute of the classes. Attribute means if you are something, why you are that thing, you have to have that attribute, then only you will be called something, right? Like if you are called human, you must have a human attributes, then only you will be called human, right? So these data types are nothing but the attributes only, and they hold the data of the object. Like if you are a human and there is one variable called hands, then generally human have two hands, right? Not generally, almost all the time. So that hand variable will have 2 as a value inside that. Okay, so that is holding the value for you. So it's something like that. So let's start this one. And yeah, that could be any type like string, character, integer, double and all that, and array type, bit fields, and user defined types such as classes itself. So one class object can be a data type of another class. So we'll see all those things here now. So let's suppose your professor gave you that, okay, create a class which will hold the xy coordinates. So you can call that class point, and this is the syntax, and you might be knowing how to create class and all. This is your keyword class and this is the name of your class. And now we'll write the attributes, and for simplicity let me write these public here so that we can access these attributes from main function, or we can access these attributes outside this class. So let's call it integer x and integer y. It's not required to keep it integer x and integer y like this. You can just simply keep y here. So as you are asked to create the coordinates, so this is your x and this is y, and you are calling that coordinate system as point, correct? So this is 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, similarly 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so your point p1 could be 1 comma 1 and p2 can be 1 comma 2 or something. Okay, so this is here and this is 1, 2 is here, correct? And this is x and this is y position. Okay, so this much is enough for your point storing. So let's do the practical here, we'll understand it. So we can write point p1 and 1 comma 2, no, before it was 1, so 1 comma 1, and another will be p2 1 comma 2. So as we are setting the values when we are constructing it, so the constructor will get called, and if we are not having constructors here, there will be an error. So point, this is simple constructor, this is going to be your parameterized constructor, so integer a comma integer b, and x will have a and y will have b, and that's it. And let's suppose you want to print p1 x, and let's give some space p1 dot y, and similarly for p2 dot x dot y endl. If you will run this, you will see the answer is 1, 1 and 1, 2. So that's what we expected. And the more important point here is, if you have one class, here we are having point and this has x and y as the attribute. Okay, so this is your class here. Now if you are creating objects like p1 and p2, p3 like that, then this p1 will have x and y for itself, and similarly p2 will have different x, y for itself, and same case for this p3. So if you have this normal variables inside your class, which is a data member of your class, then this data member will be different for all the objects. That is the only reason if you are printing P1's X and P1's Y, it is printing 1 and 1, and if you are going for P2, it is different. Okay, so it's like this. You have this blueprint and you created an object of that. Now that object will have the attributes of that, and if you are creating different object, that object will have different attributes. So there is no connection between this X and this X. Okay, they are totally different than each other. And the number of objects you keep on creating, the number of X and Y will get created for them. Okay, so this is how this normal data member behave. There are lots of types, like if you will make it integer, then what will happen? If you will make this one static, then what will happen? And we'll cover all those things in coming videos, because pushing everything in one place is kind of confusing all the time. So the motive of this video was just to show you that if you are creating one class like this and having two simple attributes of that or data members of that, and you are having different objects like this, then this X and Y will be there in each and every object, but they will be different X and Y. So memory for this X and Y will be separate, and for this X and Y it will be separate, and like this. Okay, so this you can call memory 0, memory 1, memory 2, memory 3. Okay, it is not like one single memory and each and every object is pointing to that. No, it is not like that. There is something like this that we'll learn in the coming videos. Yes, there is one common memory and each and every object point to that memory, and that is the topic of next video. So if you're interested, go ahead and watch that video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.